when did they start selling these? He was like, oh man, it's really popular. I said, oh, popular amongst who? Who is actually getting the black Santa Claus in their house? I'd like to know.
The blacks.
Is it? Because for me, I think it's the reverse. I think it's actually the white people that are putting the black Santa Claus in their house because it's like it's like the acceptance that they want. Like, hey, listen, I'm on your side. I know that Santa Claus was black.
Yo, Beth, that shit crazy.
On a Saturday, it's All Even with your boy Barry Grant. You can catch me on Instagram and Twitter at All Even Podcasts and TikTok. Put that in there now. Oh, you can listen to the show on Podbeam as well as Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. I'm all over the place. And trust me, go to YouTube, hit that subscribe button, like, share, and comment. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Have some person tell me, please, that you're doing an excellent job. Love the videos. Keep it coming. I said, thanks, God. You know, makes me feel good.
Right.
Page is growing. Claw's not here today. We miss him.
Never heard of him.
We do. That's the other guy. But we miss Claw. But guess who is here? Jimmy the Super Intern. How you doing, sir?
Pretty good.
Oh, and Jimmy the Super Intern is on mic.
I know, it's weird.
Yeah.
This is how it always feels, just like this thing in front of you guys.
Yes.
Eventually you don't see it, it's like your nose.
You're very awkward. You don't know where to put your hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah, you'll learn it. You'll get it. Nicole on the ones and twos, a silent assassin.
What's up?
How you doing?
Pretty good.
You know what? I'm blowing her spot up now.
She's not silent anymore.
Yeah, I'm blowing her spot up now. I can't take it anymore. Can't take it anymore. She is a podder. She is. I'm not gonna reveal what type of pod that she does do. However, she's fire.
Really?
Right? She already got a personality on it, or she had a video that had like, is it close to 400K now?
Yeah, I think it's almost 370.
Yeah, 370,000 views on TikTok.
You know what? Why wasn't I ever asked to be a guest?
That's what I'm saying. She doesn't like you.
Damn.
She needs to have you as like a guest appearance.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting there.
That'd be interesting.
Yes, but
or the way we were brought up, we just gonna ransack it and just pull up, right?
Let's find out what day.
Just pull up.
Yeah. I'm with it.
You see, a couple of black dudes coming in, think of like,
we'll bring Jimmy with us.
Yeah, always got to bring the resident, lighter version, just to make sure that we're harmless, make sure they know that we're not there for violence, Fang, how you doing, sir?
I want to start this off by saying you owe me an apology.
I don't owe you nothing.
You owe me
nothing.
an apology. You and your slacky.
I offended no one this week.
No.
So I don't owe anybody an apology.
You and your slacky talking about, oh, you're going to lose in fantasy football this week. Your team this, your team that. What happened? What happened?
I don't know what happened.
You lost.
Did I?
This is twice this season that I ran amok on you.
I can fix that. Don't cross me, okay? I haven't cheated yet this season. Don't cross me. I'm all right with it. Listen, you got the best team in the All Even podcast.
Don't say
league.
that. Don't
you
say
do.
That. Don't say
you
that.
have the best
Don't
team.
say
I
that.
respect you.
Don't say
I
that.
do respect you, but all I'm saying is that all it takes is 1 week.
You're right.
In the finals or in the playoffs. 1 week. That's all I need. Now, if you beat me 3 times this year, you're not coming back next year. I'm just gonna let you know that you're just banned from the league. It's just the way it goes. Anybody that beats me 3 times in the season, banned. Can't be embarrassed in my own league. I won't have it.
Your slacky's gonna get it this week.
Well, they're not my slackies.
Yeah, Claw.
Claw's pretty good too, though. His team. You two have the best teams in the league.
I'm gonna demolish them this week.
All right, we'll see. Just don't lose the whole thing, because if you lose, you saw what happened to Al, the crazy Eagles fan.
Yeah, but I don't make stupid bets.
I'm just saying. Yeah. But we got a lot to talk about, a lot to discuss. Thursday night football, Cowboys and Seahawks. That was a really good game. There's no Jets watch this week. Well, we will talk about Aaron Rodgers returning to practice, but there is something that's replacing Jets watch. Cowboys watch. Yeah. Cowboys watch. That's what we doing. All right. What else we got after that? There's we're gonna be flying through these topics today. Von Miller turned himself in. A little dicey situation with him. Yeah, I see these reports coming. It just makes me cringe. Like, why these guys put themselves in these situations, man? Now, can it be avoided? Absolutely, but they always find themselves in these predicaments. Jalen Hurts and Lamar Jackson. I want to have a conversation. Who would you choose to start your franchise with, and why? So I'd like to have a back and forth with that. That'd be very interesting. Sean McDermott is reported to not be on the hot seat for the Buffalo Bills, and I am going to debunk that as BS. Lebron James, I'd like to talk about him just as a player, about there's certain things that we'll probably never see again, and people need to start recognizing what we're actually witnessing. Bronny is cleared to return back to USC. He's practiced. He's going to have his first game very soon. Shouts to Bronny. And LeBron said some interesting things about him returning back to play. And I'd like to get your particular take, because we're both Braun fans. There's also a different dynamic. Rudy Gobert. Something happened with Rudy Gobert. I'm just going to leave it there. Mikey Williams. It's very interesting about this. We talked about this briefly last week, or was it a few weeks ago? We're definitely going to talk about it a little more today. I have something to say about those Golden State Warriors. So there's no space heaters and dehumidifiers this week. However, there is a black cat paw sighting, and we will discuss it today. My irrelevant news of the week, and then the greatest segment on the planet, Dummy of the Week.
Dummy, yeah.
There is some Met stuff, but it's not more of a conversation. It's just more of me ranting. So we'll get to that as well. Before I get into all of that stuff, my off-topic conversation has nothing to do with pop culture, has nothing to do with any politics, has nothing to do with movies, has nothing to do with any of that stuff. I was in CVS a few days ago. I think I went there to go get my son some stuff, right? I think he needed some things. I'm just like, all right, let me just go in here real quick and go in there. So, they're playing this god-awful Christmas music that I can't stand. I hate Christmas music. I'll tell you that right now. I just hate it. I used to love listening to Light FM, but they start playing Christmas music in like October. I can't listen to it anymore. Can't listen to it.
I listen to it on the right here.
It's rubbish. It's annoying.
I love those.
Stop. Stop.
Bells.
So I'm in there, and I think that song was playing too. I hate it, right? And then going down the candy aisle, because I like to get my Sour Patch Kids and then go get Remix some food and Tigy as well. So it's all in the same aisle. But something hit my peripheral on the right side, right? So I stopped.
I know what you're talking about.
I stopped because I said, there must be somebody standing next to me. Now I'm going to have to tell them to back up, or something is, my eye is attracting something. I don't know what it is. I'm going to turn to my right and see what it is. As I turn to my right, what is in front of me? It's a black Santa Claus. The black Santa Claus right in my peripheral. So I'm looking around. There's nothing but white people in here. I live in a very upscale neighborhood. So looking around. It's just out of place. It just seems weird. So see a CVS employee walking. I say, hey, when did they start selling these? He was like, oh man, it's really popular. I said, oh, popular. Amongst who? Who is actually getting the black Santa Claus in their house? I'd like to know.
The blacks.
Is it? Because for me, I think it's the reverse. I think it's actually the white people that are putting the black Santa Claus in their house because it's like it's like the acceptance that they want. Like, hey, listen, I'm on your side. I know that Santa Claus was black. You know, great beard, giving, you know, sounds like Uncle Phil, right? It sounds like Uncle Phil. That's what Santa Claus reminds me of. Big fat guy, you know, giving, just nice.
Stop.
But I don't appreciate them creating this black Santa Claus. I don't like it. And furthermore, selling it in CVS. I don't like that. I don't like it. I felt very weird being in there seeing this black Santa Claus on one side of the aisle, and then the other side of the aisle was a white Santa Claus. I don't like that.
Listen, for one,
I don't like it.
I don't think there's any black man in this world named Kris Kringle. Okay?
You don't know that.
There's no black man named Kris Kringle.
There's a lot of black Germans out there that got some weird names.
Bro.
That's all I'm saying.
And
we're everywhere.
And no white person has a black Santa in their house.
How you know that?
Come on now.
You don't know that.
They created Black Santa to appease the black man.
You sure?
Bro, nobody gives a shit about a black Santa.
All I'm saying is, I think there might be some white people.
I'm happy with Santa being white.
Huh?
I'm happy with Santa being white.
I don't need change. Like, I know Santa Claus don't exist anyway. So if you want to make him black, now you just needling me. That's what I feel.
Right.
You're needling me because you're making this fictional character black now. I don't like that. That's like Nick Fury. You changed him from a white man. Now he's what's his name? Samuel Jackson.
All right.
Come on.
You don't think Samuel Jackson played in the role though?
He's great. I'm not saying that he's not. I'm just saying that as kids, we grew up with Nick Fury being a white man for 20 years of our life, right? Way more than that. All of a sudden, he's Samuel Jackson. So don't try to like change these fictional characters all of a sudden. I don't like it.
If you're gonna have a black Jesus, you gotta have a black Santa.
Yeah, I was in Costco on Sunday and saw like a 10.
You saw it too?
Yeah, like a 10
Oh
foot.
man.
And they had like the nutcrackers too.
Is it a rollout?
I guess.
It gotta be a rollout.
So wait,
Hi, Jazz.
Nicole.
Yeah.
This is bigger than what it is now. This is bigger than what it is
wait.
now. There's a rollout?
Wait. Does the silent assassin have a black Santa in her house?
No. No.
Would your mother say, hey, I saw a nice Santa Claus today at CVS. I think I want to bring it home. If she brought home the black Santa Claus, would you feel awkward?
I'd be like, what?
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Bro,
Listen,
that's creepy.
I think I'm gonna go to that CVS every so often and make it very uncomfortable for people in there. I'm just like, I don't appreciate that this being in here. I'm gonna just be that guy.
But you know what? It's not even like it's a weird black.
It is.
Because it looks like
It's a weird hue.
It looks like it's like blackface.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely right.
It looks like blackface.
You don't look that way. I don't look
No.
that way. So why does Santa Claus gotta look like that?
It looks like blackface Santa.
It's menstrual. It is. I don't like it. I don't like it. His lips were almost the same colors as the outfit. I don't like that.
Can one of you two please do me a favor? Just buy a black Santa and take it home. I just want to see your parents' reaction.
I'd love to see the
Like,
reaction.
just have
Yeah.
it set up in your house and put the phone on record and record your parents' reaction.
You know what I might do? I might buy it and bring it to work. See what happens.
Oh man.
See what happens.
Is it like life size? Or it's like a
Yeah,
tiny
it's
one?
pretty. It's a decent size. Pause. It is.
You know what's funny? Like at work, we got the 2 boxes for the Toys for Tots.
Yeah.
To take it and put it right next
Facts.
to the Toys for Tots.
Right in there. And see who takes it. I would. Put it right there.
That's just like a scarecrow.
Nigga
Just
claws.
yeah, nigga claws.
Yeah. Like it. I like it.
I don't.
I like it in front of my house. I do. It could be a deterrent.
Yeah, right.
Could be a deterrent. There's a black man out waiting outside this guy's door for the last day, and we don't know what's going on. Yeah. I see. There's a rollout happening. She said, "What did you say? They were helpers."
The Nutcrackers. I even seen it. Like the Elf on the Shelf.
Yo.
Well, they got
Yeah,
Snoop.
everything.
Well, they got the Snoop on the roof.
Come on.
No, Snoop on the stoop.
Enough is enough. All right. Somebody got some. There was some pictures that happened in corporate. Somebody got caught, and there was a rollout. That's what happened. Some black guy said, "I don't like the way I'm treated here, and I'm gonna take it to the press." And then they decided to have this rollout. That's what happened.
Have you ever been to the mall and saw a black Santa Claus?
Never.
It doesn't make sense.
Never. All of a sudden now I'm this age. I gotta see it. Come on now. Something happened. So I'm gonna find out. Jimmy, find out what happened. There gotta be something that you could be able to find. Dig it up, okay? Dig it up. Do some research, cause somebody got in trouble somewhere, and now we get this black Santa Claus rollout. I don't like it. And then we don't even get it in like the major big stores. We get it in these
Right.
CVS, Walgreens, Walmart. What are we doing? Not to me. I'm talking about like Macy's. You know? That's what I'm talking about, big stores. They're not there. You go to Macy's, still got the white Santa Claus there.
Yeah.
They're not gonna have no menstrual clothes. They're not gonna have that.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Moving on, because I'm done with the imposter rollout to do. I'm on to them. I'm on to whoever messed up in corporate. I'm on your ass. Thursday night football, which we're going to morph into Cowboys. Wow!
How about them Cowboys?
So, Cowboys win the game 41-35. It was a great game. I actually thought that the Cowboys were going to lose this game because Geno Smith looked like Warren Moon out there.
Throwing darts.
He was wilding. Deron Bland getting lit up.
Mm-hmm.
Gave up the most yardage in the first half in probably NFL history. It was bad. I think he gave up like 134 yards in the first half between Metcalf and Lockett and all the other guys. Like it was bad.
Oh, it was definitely a nail biter.
Yeah, he was getting lit up. But the one thing that I took away from that game, well, a couple things, but the major thing, we'll go over the couple things first. Pete Carroll's fourth down call with the 4th and 1, we tried to run it, and we stopped them, and then we went down to score. That was a big call in the game. And the play calling down the stretch for Pete Carroll was a little sus as well. I mean, I know he wasn't the call of the plays. It was the offensive coordinator, but against a zero blitz, they just didn't call the right execution, and they just looked lost in that last play. Like Micah Parsons had a free lane to Geno Smith. Like I don't know who blew the coverage, but it was just like that's how you end the game. It's pretty bad.
It's ugly.
Yeah, but the biggest takeaway that I took from that game, Dak Prescott continues to have lights out play. I can't shit on the man. I can't. The man, to me, he's the leading candidate for MVP right now. He is. Who's playing better?
Well, the top 3 would be him, Hurts, and
You putting Josh Allen up there?
No.
Purdy?
No. I don't know. I kind of like the way Tua is playing, bro.
Tua? So you put Tua over BoJack Horseman?
I take Tua over BoJack.
Okay. So if you had to choose who was the leading, is Dak your guy or are you giving it to somebody else?
I think Dak still has a little more to prove. Like you said, playing teams that are over 500, actually playing good teams.
Right.
You know, but we've seen Jalen Hurts do it.
Yeah.
You know, so I think he's proven to us.
However, I don't mean to cut you off, but however, they have been outscored in the last 4 games Well, not outscored, but outgained.
Yes.
Outgained. So he hasn't looked great, but they've won the game. So obviously that's the most important stat, right?
So it's between those two.
Yeah.
Ultimately, Dakota is my guy. Can't go against them.
I can't.
But, there's other guys out there.
I can't believe that I'm agreeing with you. I can't believe it. I have been a Dak. Am I a hater or am I just a truther?
And I believe last season I told you, I said, bro, stop.
He wasn't good last year.
But I told you, stop. I said, next season, it's a different season. I told you that.
But listen, I see when people say to me, hey, listen, I think you a hater. I'm not a hater because a hater is not giving somebody credit even when they play well. I don't do that with Dak.
Oh, I didn't call you a hater.
No, I'm not saying that you. I'm just talking about like there's people out there that call me a hater because it's like I criticize him so much, but the definition of hate is me shading him even when he plays well. Right. I'm not shading him. He's playing lights out right now. He was the one that actually saved that game last night. If it wasn't for Dak Prescott's play, we lose that game. And we probably lose that game by 2 touchdowns. So he kept us in the game. He played well. I remember that drive where there was a almost sack and he shook out of it and made a play and found Tolbert down the sideline. Like he is playing at a level right now that's all I've ever wanted from him. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like last season, if that same play last season, I feel like he would have just curled up, protected the ball, and went down.
Or he probably wouldn't even have seen the guy open.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where we've seen some growth with him. I don't know if there was a switch that came on after that 49ers game, because I think everybody from that point, after that 42-10 loss, I think everybody was like, all right, we're not as good as what we thought we were at that point. So we need to really focus and try to get back to the basics and really work this out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because sometimes you need to get punched in the face to know how tough you really are or how good you are. You feel what I'm saying? Like if nobody really challenges you or hits you hard enough, you're not going to really know.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what I wish I did with you in fantasy, but I'll get you in the playoffs. So, for me, it's, we heard all season about Dallas not playing anybody and the people that they play, the good competition, they fall short. Seattle's a pretty decent team. Yeah, they're on a 3-game losing streak, but what we saw last night, they played their best game of the season.
Right.
So we got their best punch last night and we beat them. And they're a team that's over 500. So are we going to get credit for that win? From what I'm hearing from the pundits today, no. I'm not hearing that. And that, to me, that's hate.
Yeah, that's hate. I'm waiting for December 24th.
Okay. Oh, yeah,
that's what I'm waiting for.
10
December
days,
24th.
10 days. 10 days. You hear me, Eagles? You hear me? Al, the crazy Eagles fan, I want you to put, you know what? I am inviting Al on the show because I want him to come here because I want to see his face when the Eagles lose. When they're up 10 points at half and Dak Prescott has 175 points, 175 yards in the fourth quarter, throws 3 touchdowns, and we win the game.
See, I was talking 24th. I'm talking Miami.
Oh, Miami.
That's what I want to see.
I'm scared of that game.
That's what I want to see.
I'm scared of that game.
If we go in on that game, it's over.
But Miami is not, they're not even really that tough no more, bro. They're all right.
Bro.
We've seen Miami get punched in the mouth.
We've also seen Tyreek Hill go crazy.
We got Deron Bland. He's not doing none of that. Because even though Deron got lit up last night, he still had a pick. Still had an interception. Boy, bad. He bad man. Oh.
We got some games coming up, bro.
We do it. We have some tough games coming up. So if the Cowboys can be able to do what the Eagles have done in their tough stretch, because the Eagles got a tough game coming up on Sunday.
Yes.
That's a big, big game. And I hope the 49ers win. Hope. I hate both teams.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know who
I hate both
want to
teams,
win, to be honest
but
with
I'd
you.
rather the 49ers win because of the divisional implications. That's all I care about. Like, it's the number 1 seed that I'm looking at. If the Cowboys can be able to find a way to that, that's good. The only problem that I have with this Cowboys team is only one issue. It's not cornerback. I think we fixed that pretty well when Trayvon Diggs went down. It's not Micah Parsons. I think he shut up enough to and played. I don't really hear too much flack out of him right now. I think Mike McCarthy's playing well. Dak, wide receivers, Brandon Cooks has emerged now. Ferguson is playing well. Ferguson looks like a tight end one, right? Solid. The one part of this team that I don't like is the running back. I think Tony Pollard is rubbish. Rubbish.
Yeah.
They need to get somebody else. I miss Zeke. Go get Zeke back.
Yeah.
We need a bruiser. Tony Pollard, I think, is good. I think he's a good complimentary back. I don't think that he's the guy. He can be a part of a duo, but he's not the guy.
Like
and that's the problem that we're having.
Well, looking back, I'm like, why the hell did they get rid of Zeke?
Money.
And the thing is, he's over in New England.
Yeah.
And they don't even know how to use him.
Twiddling his thumbs.
They don't know how to use him.
Yeah.
So
go get Zeke back, man.
Yeah.
But Pollard long term, rubbish.
Yeah.
Don't want no pause. They better draft the running back, get rid of his ass, and start from scratch.
Yeah.
You know? Don't give it to Deuce Vaughn. I don't like Deuce Vaughn either. He bum.
Really? You don't like Deuce?
Rubbish.
I like him as a backup.
I like him where he's at. On that bench. Right? After the break, we're going to talk about who would you start your franchise with?
Yo, it's your man DJ G Money from that Flip the Script podcast. You see it? We in the studio right now. Flip, shut up. Yeah. Oh, listen. Shout out to the All Even podcast. My man Barry Grant Jr. What's up, man? What happened? What you want to say to the people?
Shout out somebody else's podcast?
Yeah, don't make it the joint. What's up?
All Even.
All Even podcast.
Yo, it ain't even up here, boy. We put this yo, what's up, man? All Even. Yo, you. Oh my God. What's up with you, man? Now you gonna that's a shout out. You keeping this?
Yeah, keep all that. You want to jump in the
All
camera?
Even podcast, right?
Yeah, All
Shout out
Even.
to All Even podcast, right? All Even. That's your man.
My man.
All right, shout out to All Even podcast. You cool?
100%. He cool. Is he cool? Let me see. Is he cool?
Yeah. Put him in G. Oh, shout out G. Oh.
Welcome back, y'all. I have a question for you, sir. But before I ask my question, I'd like to say a few things. What makes a franchise quarterback? For me, it's different. Growing up, we saw the Elways, we saw the Brett Favres, we saw Peyton Manning, the Tom Brady's. The list goes on of great quarterbacks. Obviously, you want to put some black quarterbacks in there, the Randall Cunninghams, the Warren Moons, the Steve McNairs, right? We've seen these guys be franchise guys and lead their teams to Super Bowl appearances or Super Bowl wins. But you always would say to yourself, if I had to start my franchise with a guy, it'd be one of those guys. It would always necessarily be one of those guys that somebody names. Well, times have changed. The quarterback position has evolved in a way that I don't particularly like, but I can accept it because of what the game is now. So my question to you is, Fang, who would you start your team with and build around? Would it be Jalen Hurts or would it be Lamar Jackson? Jimmy the Super Intern, could you read off some stats to me in regards to what their touchdowns to interception ratio is, their rushing? I need all of that stuff.
Do you want to answer first?
So
I'd like to answer first, and then you can go ahead. I'm sorry, Jimmy.
Jalen Hurts got 18 touchdowns to Lamar's 13, and 10 interceptions to Lamar's 5. And what else?
Rushing.
Rushing. Attempts, Jalen's got like 2 more attempts. And Lamar Jackson's got like 160 more yards. He got 570 yards.
What about the touchdowns?
Jalen Hurts is up by
Jalen
2.
Hurts has 11. And
11
Lamar
rushing
Jackson
touchdowns,
got
right?
5.
What about, does it have QBR there?
I think.
Don't think
Jalen-
so?
I think
Does
so.
it have passer rating?
Lamar
No,
Jackson
I
like a
don't think so.
68, right?
Does it have completion percentage?
That I think so. No, not a percentage.
Okay.
Oh
so
yes, it does. Yeah. He's Lamar Jackson has 68% and Jalen's got 67.
Okay, so they're pretty much the same type of player, if not the same player. So that's why I asked this question, because I feel that both of those guys are very similar in regards to, I don't think that they're great throwers of the football, either of them. I think they're great athletes. I think that they don't process the game that great, but I do think that they have great instincts. I think Jalen Hurts has shown some moxie in regards to being able to make some big throws in the fourth quarter and lead his team to get some wins.
That's ultimately why
Right.
Jalen Hurts would be over Lamar Jackson.
So you would pick Jalen Hurts over Lamar Jackson?
100%.
Okay.
Because,
and that so go ahead. I don't want to.
The team could actually lean on him.
Got you.
Like you see it when you watch the games.
Yeah.
They lean on him to help win these games.
Right.
Lamar Jackson, don't get me wrong, he's a good quarterback in my opinion, but he's no Jalen Hurts. I don't like your quarterback ultimately has to be the team captain, the team leader.
Right.
And I think Jalen Hurts is just way better at that than Lamar Jackson.
So out of the two quarterbacks, obviously, that they both signed 2 big deals, you think that Jalen Hurts is more bang for the buck?
Yeah, 100%. Okay. And I see him having more longevity, health-wise also, over Lamar Jackson.
Here's another question for you. If the quarterbacks were swapped, would the team still have the same success?
I don't think so.
Do you think the Eagles would be worse?
I think the Eagles would be worse.
Interesting. And thank you for your answers. The reason why I asked this question is because I don't know if I agree. I don't know if I agree with not the last point, but I don't think that I agree that Jalen Hurts would be the guy that I pick. There's just something about this kid that I think, like I said, I think he's mentally strong. We've seen that he doesn't really give you much in press conferences. He's a very default type of quarterback when it comes to his answers and his demeanor, which is great, right?
Elway.
Yeah, it's what you want to see. But I just don't look at him as this impressive thing that people say. Like, I watch him play, and even against the Bills, I said, it's not good. He's okay. He's not great.
Well, neither one of them are great.
Yeah.
I didn't say that. I didn't say neither one of them.
But you have to be out of the two. You have to pick one.
Out of the two,
yeah.
You know.
I think I would take Lamar. I would take Lamar because I think Lamar has more upside to be more of what I would prefer. Pocket passer, a guy that has a big arm that can be able to make the certain throws. I think you can work him better into being that than Jalen Hurts can, because I just think that from a skill set, from a physical skill set, Jalen Hurts is limited. Lamar Jackson isn't. He has the talent. It's just that he has to kind of fine-tune that stuff. And I don't think that being on Baltimore is doing that for him. I think he would need to go somewhere else to be able to really unlock his full potential. So I think I would pick Lamar.
I'll take Jalen Hurts over Lamar goal line any day.
Yeah, because that stupid play that they do.
Any day.
That's just a cheat code, bro. It's like a game genie. I don't like it.
It works.
They're going to ban it next year. You know that, right? Ban it. Ban it. Just like if you beat me 3 times a season. Ban it. Ban it. It's not football. I don't know what that is. I don't like it.
It works.
I don't like it. Nothing the Eagles like. I like.
I don't know why, but I just don't see I think Lamar Jackson is a little more reckless, in my opinion, with his style of play.
I agree.
And I see him hurting himself. I see him
he's
getting hurt.
done it before. Yeah.
Like I see it happening again.
Yeah.
You know, that style of football isn't, don't get me wrong, isn't that, healthy.
Yeah. Listen, I agree. I'm not, there's no right or wrong answer here. It's just more of a conversation. But you're going Jalen, I go Lamar. We'll see how this kind of works out in the next few years, because I still think that the Ravens have a very good chance to get to the Super Bowl. I think they were my dark horse team this year. So we're going to see how that works, man. Moving on. Jimmy and Super Intern, please pull up Von Miller. Von Miller turned himself in to authorities for some alleged domestic violence issues. Obviously, we don't have to go into detail because there's a case going. There's a case pending. But my question is, why? Why does this always have to be a situation? Listen, in relationships, things happen, right? You know, when you have a man and a woman, there's emotions will fly. But for me, I just think that you have to take a little more caution when you're an athlete. Like, you can't put yourself in these situations to be on Front Street like this.
Well, see, I didn't hear the details, so I can't speculate, you know?
Yeah.
But, like, look what happened to Tank.
Yes.
Where I guess the mother of his child said he did such and such, such and such. Turns out he really didn't do anything.
Correct.
It was her.
Correct.
That was the aggressor. So, I'll be honest with you, I don't think we really have any details on this to really say, you know? So, I don't want to say we've seen this time and time again, even though we have. But I don't want to say that yet without the details coming out.
Yeah. I don't want to really have a really in-depth conversation about it because, you know, it's kind of like rinse and repeat for this particular subject. Like we talk about it a lot on the show because we always have these reports that come up here, come up there, and it's just kind of like the same process of what happens. And it's just like, for me, it's more about, I just need these guys to learn. Like, if it is what you said, there's nothing really they can do about that, right? They have to let the evidence come out and they have to, you know, clear their names and stuff like that. But if it is the other side of it, it's like, why even try to get yourself wrapped up into that? Like, I don't know.
Well, if it is that way, I don't want to it's just that it's being highlighted because it's a sports star. You know, it's sports, it's going to be everywhere. But it's a thing that happens every day.
It does.
You know? So why do people, period, take it to the extreme?
I agree.
And it could go many different ways because sometimes the female could be the aggressor, you know, but at the end of the day, as a man, do you really have to get that physical with a female? No.
Right.
But I do understand that sometimes females, you know, can get physical with a male.
Yeah.
And you just have to have that restraint.
Liza Minnelli used to be her husband. Did you know that?
I think that'd be a turn on. Like, if my woman tried to beat me, I think I'd like it.
So how would this situation go?
I'd come in the house. You didn't bring the bread? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot the bread, but I bought some cake. I don't want no fucking cake. I want the bread. Go back. My leg hurt, though. I don't want to walk back. I just walked 10 blocks from the store. Go back. I'm not going back. I said go get the fucking bread.
So that would make you...
I'd be like, oh. You know.
Interesting. I think you could have been married to Liza Minnelli because she did a lot of that to her poor husbands. Moving on. The Buffalo Bills just make me laugh. You know what? I am tired of just being that guy because I see these reports come out and it's like I see the numbers behind it or whatever algorithm is behind those words, and I kind of decipher it. I break it down. I decode it. Buffalo Bills are rumored. Say, oh, you know, all this flack around our head coach, Sean McDermott, safe. Don't worry about that. He's led us the last few seasons. Job is safe. Don't have to worry about that. It's not his fault that Josh Allen throws at the other team. It's not his fault. Bullshit. This is how I know because we've seen this story play out several times. You let the head coach feel like his job is safe until it's not. Because, like I've said, The Buffalo Bills, there's a ceiling. They've hit that ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
They've been very good over the past few seasons, but they can't seem to crack through. They can't seem to get past whatever stumbling block is in front of them. And the stumbling block is their head coach.
You believe he's the problem?
100%.
Really?
And it's not his fault, is what I'm saying. Like things cannot work out, and it doesn't have to be your fault. Like nobody has to be at fault here of why things don't work. Right? There could be some people in relationships, right? There's nobody's fault that this didn't work. It's just that you guys kind of grew apart, right? Job situation. It's nobody's fault that it didn't work out. It just didn't work out. You got to leave. Sean McDermott is a defensive head coach. His potential to be able to unlock this offense the right way and be the head coach of this football team instead of just being a defensive guy, that holds your team back. There's a reason why Rex Ryan with the Jets only hit certain so far. They got to 2 back-to-back AFC championship games. But where did they go after that? Because he wasn't able to see the bigger picture.
Right.
You need somebody that's able to see the bigger picture. You see certain guys that struggle that are defensive coaches. Brandon Staley with the Chargers. I'm going to coach the defense. By the way, okay. Offense looks like shit when it comes to certain executions that need to happen because you don't have a handle of the entire football team.
They say the best offense is a good defense.
Not for this NFL. So, although it's not his fault, at some point the Buffalo Bills are going to say to themselves, okay, we got Josh Allen locked up for years. We don't want to lose Stephon Diggs. We got all these pieces in place. How can we laterally make something happen and change this without blowing the team up?
Well, I got a question for you.
Let's go ahead and let go of the head coach.
I got a question for you. Who do you replace him with?
I don't have a name in mind, but I think that they need to go find themselves a young, offensive-minded head coach. That's the trend. That's where the NFL is going. Every team that you've seen that is successful, you know, you have Zach Taylor with the Bengals. They got to the Super Bowl. He's an offensive-minded head coach. Works with Joe Burrow. It makes sense, right? Shane Steichen. He's over there in with the Colts. That offense looks pretty good right now. He has a young quarterback in Anthony Richardson that didn't have much experience in college, came on the NFL scene, and looked really, really good before he got hurt.
Right.
So there's a future there. The list goes on. You keep going down the list. It's an offensive league. You know, what's his name? Kyle Shanahan. It just keeps going on. You got these guys that are these offensive-minded guys. Their teams are very, very successful because they understand every aspect of the football team, including the offense. And in the NFL, offenses win. Offenses need to be high octane to be able to be successful. Look at Mike McDaniel with the Dolphins.
Yeah.
So all of these, that's the trend. That's what you have to find. Yes, you can find a defensive head coach, but they need to be special. It can't just be a guy that has a great defensive concept. Robert Saleh knows how to coach defense. You see what the Jets look like? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't have a handle of the entire football team. So that's the problem. So this is why I think that report is complete bullshit. At some point, if the Bills don't advance far, if they don't get to the AFC title game or something like that, if they don't get to the Super Bowl, Sean McDermott is going to go. He's going to lose his job.
Who else is out there?
There's going to be plenty of coaches that are looking for jobs, and he's going to be one of them. I can already see it. It's the writing is already on the wall. Oh, job safe, okay, okay, we'll see. Yeah,
Well, seeing how we didn't do Jets Watch,
yes,
I had a conversation with the old Closter.
Yes,
and he's still sold on this whole Aaron Rodgers thing. Like, he's practicing. I'm like, bro, just stop.
I mean, it's a good thing for him to be practicing. I actually I haven't seen any footage of him, but I would love to see it because what's going on with him is remarkable. Like, I don't know what he sold to the devil to get back on the field, but he's done a great job.
Here's my whole thing. Like speaking with the cluster.
Yeah.
He's ready for Aaron Rodgers to come back.
Yes.
Meanwhile, what was his reasoning for Aaron Rodgers getting injured?
Offensive line.
The offensive line is still what it is.
So you understand why I don't listen to him anymore. You see why Claude doesn't make any sense? You want the guy to get back after him getting hurt by the same offensive line that's out there.
Right. You blame the offensive line.
Right.
Nothing changed.
Nothing changed. Got worse.
Right.
Yeah. Dummy. Yeah.
Yeah. Idiot brain is contagious. That's all I'm saying. He refused to apologize and walk it back, his whole Zach Wilson nonsense.
Right.
Now you're talking about, yeah, why would Aaron Rodgers come back to this team? Why?
I just let him practice. Next season,
let him practice. And let that Boyle guy go out there and get hurt. Let him catch the hits. Aaron Rodgers can just sit there and be like, yes, it's kind of rough out there, guy. Right. How you doing?
In the offseason, build the O-line.
Address the offensive line. Make sure you get a solid quality backup quarterback because at some point, he's 40. You're going to need a replacement. And also, too, try to find another complimentary running back for Breece Hall and find another complimentary wide receiver for Garrett Wilson because Lazard is rubbish. Rubbish. And you're getting paid a lot of money. After the break, my irrelevant news of the week.
Yo, this is Cigar Gents and Gals. I want to give a shout out to my boy Barry for leaving podcast. Keep doing your thing, bro. Killing it.
Now it's time for my irrelevant news of the week.
You gotta be kidding me. I mean, how do you watch the... I mean, yeah, they stink.
Yes. Let's see what we have. Iowa man. We haven't heard Iowa man. It's the first. Charged for allegedly pleasuring himself at a come and go gas station. Claims he was just scratching his gel.
Well, it's a come and go.
Yo, first off, the irony. The man is at a come and go. And you get arrested for touching your genitals? Come on, man.
It sounds like it goes hand in hand.
That's what I'm saying. Like, where's the man supposed to do this? Where is he supposed to do this?
You know, it's kind of like when they got mad at Paul Rubin. God bless, bless his soul, rest in peace, Paul Rubin, Pee Wee Herman, for pleasuring himself at an adult film, theater.
I mean, they have those, right?
Right. So why would people get mad at him for doing that?
But he wasn't at the appropriate one. That's why.
Oh, they make one specifically for that?
Yes.
I thought all of them were just like the
Nah,
same.
they got the rub and tug theaters. Yeah. It's bad. So he actually tried to rub and tug it at a regular kids movie. You can't do that.
Oh, that's what he did. I thought it was at an adult movie.
Whatever it was. Kids were there.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's bad.
Bad parenting.
Yeah. Pee Wee Herman's my guy too. So like,
But had a come and go. Sounds like he should get a pass for that one.
Right, and they spelled it with a K. Iowa. K-U-M.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Next story. Mike Tyson's airplane punch victim reportedly demands $450,000. Does he not remember that we have video evidence of him trolling Mike Tyson trying to sleep on an airplane? Well, yo, what is going on? Like, for people to be able to, like, erase truth and facts, to be able to, like, substitute that with their own idiot logic is crazy to me. So I gotta pay you $450 for you fucking with me and I knock you out?
I hear what you're saying. Oh, trust me, I get you, and I feel you 100%. But you also got people suing McDonald's for eating a hot chicken nugget. Like,
and one.
Like, do you want cold chicken nuggets?
And they won, too.
Exactly. And that's why I'm saying this guy could probably win that.
So what is the angle? If you're the lawyer and you're representing this man, what is the angle?
Well, it's kind of like, like in school where, kids could be teasing you, but if you hit that kid, you're wrong. The kid didn't put his hands on you. So if this, I didn't physically see the video, but I don't think the guy put his hands on Mike. Therefore, Mike technically shouldn't have hit him.
He was antagonizing Mike Tyson.
He was antagonizing him. Did he hit Mike? Did he touch Mike? Therefore, Mike should not have put his hands on him. But I get it. If someone's doing that to me, I'm going to put my hands on them. So
and feet.
Right. I completely understand it. But Mike didn't have to do that to him.
I get you, but the ask for 450, that's crazy.
Oh, I honestly don't think that's crazy. I think he could have asked for more.
You think so?
Oh, without a doubt. And I think he could have asked for more and got more.
Rudy Gobert. This is right up my alley. Rudy Gobert spent 64 hours in a darkness retreat in 2013 offseason. No phone, no TV. Now, the darkness retreat is not what gets me. Like, people are starting to do that more often now. What makes me laugh is that he literally went into like a Keebler Elf's darkness retreat. Door was mad small, your big ass going in there. Like, what do you do? Like, this is he's so weird that I'm sure that he would pick the worst one to go to and be cooped up in there for 64 hours with no room, thinking that this is the right thing to do. Is this the darkness retreat? Is this where we go? Yeah.
Doesn't seem like it did anything for him.
No, he's still bad.
Right.
Still rubbish. Did nothing for his game. All it did was get him put in a headlock. That's all it did. You went to the darkness retreat. You better go this offseason, go into the darkness retreat and pray to learn how to fight.
Right.
That's what he needs to do. Go there and like tap into whatever inner being or some, what is it? A reincarnation of yourself that was a fighter.
Right.
Tap into that. Because Draymond punked your ass out.
When was the last time he was good?
Rudy Gobert?
Yeah.
I don't remember any time he was good. That's just me. I've watched him a long time. I've been saying Rudy Gobert is rubbish for like 8 seasons now. It's consistent.
Yeah.
So, moving on. Shout out to my man Patrick. He always sends me some interesting
PB?
Yes. Disgruntled Wawa customer knocks man out because he refused to pay her for wine.
Wait.
A woman was arrested after she assaulted a couple at a Sanford Wawa after they refused to pay for her wine.
Oh, really?
So she's literally online and asked some people to pay for her beverage, and they said no, and she knocked them both out. Angelique Dion Glenn was arrested on 2 counts for aggravated battery with a deadly weapon following the early Thursday incident. A woman who was with her boyfriend told police that Glenn had accidentally placed her wine bottle with their order. Once the couple realized they paid for Glenn's wine, they got their money refunded. Arrest records show. Glenn reportedly got upset and made a statement saying, "Why can't you just pay for my bottle of wine?" Police said she began to threaten the woman and her boyfriend before taking a wine bottle and striking the woman in the head with it. So
that's what I was going to ask. Like, how did she knock them out? But now it makes sense.
So they accidentally pay for the wine. They get refunded. And this idiot brain person gets mad and say, "Yo, you couldn't pay for my wine?"
That's crazy.
You came to the store to pay for your own wine.
Right.
Clearly you had money in your pocket.
Or maybe she put it that close with theirs on purpose so that they
as
could
a hustle.
Yeah.
That could be it too. These people are pretty scummy.
Yeah.
But the fact that she knocked them both out.
That's wild.
That's foul. That's foul.
But my thing is, like, after you see the first person go down, you're gonna let that happen again?
And first off, right, here's my thing, right? All right, let's just keep it 100. She knocks your girlfriend out with the wine bottle.
I'm knocking her out with my fist.
there's no way you gonna get a part 2 from me. You're not doing that.
Unless she was like Large Marge. You know?
Even still.
Large Marge would kick your ass.
Large Marge is here. But come on now. Really?
That's crazy.
Now, if you're the girlfriend after you wake up, right, and see that
I'm leaving him.
See that your boyfriend is right next to you sleeping, that's what I'm saying. I think that's an instant breakup.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't even protect
Yeah.
you couldn't protect me from the beat down, and you laying here sleep with me. Nah.
Like if it was a dude, okay,
Yeah.
you know, all right.
Right.
You know, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
Exactly.
But no.
But we both sleep together with the same wine bottle. Nope. Need somebody else.
Right.
Need somebody else. How you feel about that, Nicole? If you need to feel protected, you know, if you have a significant other. What if your man get washed and then the guy washes you up too? Like, you can't look at your boyfriend the same way after that. Like, every time y'all have an argument, it's like, I'll call that other guy if you want to try to get crazy. It's bad. You can't let that down.
If that was like a situation like where he got knocked out and then I had a fight, I wouldn't let it go.
Yeah. Right. Could you imagine if she knocked him out and then you were the one that made sure that, you know, everything was fine and you took care of business?
That's crazy.
That happens a lot, bro.
Really?
Yeah, like I've seen videos of like dudes getting knocked out and girls holding their own, and you know, dude wakes up and tries to step in again, and you know, the girl kind of looks at him like, "Where were you?" Like,
I was asleep.
Where were you? You know. So, but yeah, man, this is a foul story, man. Like, you ain't had to knock the people out. Like, listen, they paid for your stuff accidentally. You ain't had.
I want to see this.
You
woman.
had to do that to them.
I want to see this woman.
Yeah, she looks nuts. She looks nuts. Like, I'm looking at it right now. She looks nuts.
Wow.
Yeah. She looked like.
You know what's crazy? Like,
She looked like Sexy Red if Sexy Red was like really, really stocky.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Stocky Sexy Red. That's what we're gonna call this.
It's crazy. As ignorant as it may sound, like I'm trying to picture in my head like what someone from Iowa looks like.
What does that mean?
And no, it sounds crazy.
They're just from another state.
No, because like if I tell you, if you hear, "Oh, I'm from Jamaica, Queens," you're like, all right. You kind of have a description in your mind of like, all right, I kind of see what it, you know.
Yes, you have a Jamaica, Queens look to you right now.
You know what I'm saying? If I was to say that, but if someone came to you like, "Oh, I'm from Iowa," and you don't know what the person looks like, you just hear like, what do you picture?
Tank top,
flip flops, like
cargo shorts,
like the flip flops they give you at the nail salon.
Yeah, maybe
like cut off jeans.
Maybe some plugs in the ears.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's what I think. Like Hot Topic.
Random tattoos.
Mm-hmm. Like a goat.
Yeah.
Goat on one arm and a fucking
F-150.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of forgot Iowa even existed.
Yeah, a lot of corn.
Like the hills have eyes.
Right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they got cornfields out there.
We're very judgmental as New Yorkers. We are.
Well, like I said, it may sound ignorant, but that's what I picture. You know?
We'll keep going with that. Moving on. Last one before we move on. What else do I have here? Yes. T.I. calls out Atlanta club for using him and his son's photos to promote a unsolicited party.
Kudos to that, man.
Did you see that video?
Oh, yes. I loved it.
He was not happy. Matter of fact, I am I still queued up? I'd like to play it. That was actually pretty good. Yes, there we go. I do have it.
I feel like this is going to be a new trend.
Talk to me. Until then, ain't nothing going. Ain't nobody getting nothing going. Nothing. Call who you need to call. Do what you need to do. Ain't nothing happening. No money, no beers, no partying, no sections, nothing. You put me and mine on a motherfucking flyer, nigga, give me everything.
Everything.
And if you can't, don't play with me. I don't know if y'all from here, but nigga, don't play with me in this city. It's my motherfucking city. Don't play with me in this city.
Hey, I agree with the man.
I applaud him because a lot of times people think that this is a joke. Like, don't try to exploit me just for your little bullshit party that probably wouldn't have sold that much anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You could have made a different flyer that didn't have to have me and my family's business on it to be able to sell your tickets. You feel what I'm saying? So I agree with that. I think more people should roll up on situations like that.
Well, ultimately, there's a lot of these parties aren't like, they're like local kind of parties.
Yeah.
So you may not really see this. You
Correct.
see these flyers. But there's a lot of times that, and this happens, I'm pretty sure every week, there's a celebrity on a flyer or someone on a flyer someone to promote their party or their event.
And you know what's funny?
And technically, you're using my face. I should get paid for that.
And what makes it funny is that what these idiot brain people don't realize is that you're putting it on social media. You don't think that people will see it? You don't think that people like T.I. or other celebrities that have social media just like you can be able to figure it out? Because I'm sure somebody, some idiot brain probably hashtagged his name somewhere and that comes up and you can be able to find those things. It's just dumb.
I'll be honest with you, since this happened, I'm pretty sure you're going to see a lot more of this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. People going to be pulling up and it's not going to go so well that this one did. Could have went a lot worse.
Mm-hmm.
It may get a lot worse because people think it's play. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to exploit me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you want me here, cool. Pay me. If not, take my ass off that flyer because you're not exploiting me for your little bullshit party. That's all I'm saying. That is my irrelevant news.
You got to be kidding me. I mean, how do you watch the? I mean,
What?
They stink.
On what? Stop. She's 18 years old. She can do what she wants.
What do you call a cat's vagina?
Stop.
The cat itself is a pussy.
Stop it. Moving on. I am tired of the narrative that continues to be pushed around LeBron James. I'm just done. People like to call him a flopper. He's not Kobe Bryant. He's not Jordan.
He's LeBron James.
None of these players, in respect to Kobe Bryant, respect to Jordan, respect to all of these great players that have played before, and I'm sure there's going to be some great players that play after, LeBron James is done. But what he accomplished last week, or was it early this week? I'm not really sure. 39,000 points. He's going to end the season amassing over 40,000 points. He's the all-time minutes leader in NBA history combined with regular season and playoffs. Those two records, I'm telling you right now, will never be broken again. It's like the Joe DiMaggio hitting streak. Nobody will ever hit that because the game's just different. Nick Wright, and shouts to Nick Wright. He was on, I don't know if he was on First Things First or he was on his individual, personal podcast. And he said if a guy averages 30 points for like 15 years, they have a chance to be somewhere in the ballpark.
That's wild.
And even still, they're short. Like, what he has done, you would literally, I think he said that if Luka were to play another 11 years, Luka would have to average like 34 a game every season and play X amount of games every season to get to that point. Same thing with Giannis. The same thing with any player right now. It's not going to happen. So what we're witnessing is something that probably is going to stand maybe for 50 or 60 years. Just like how the previous scoring record lasted a very long time because it's not a record that is easily attainable. you need certain things to work in your favor. One, you need to be extremely talented. That's one, right? That's the biggest thing, right? Two, you need to have longevity to play a long time in this game. Three, you need to be durable for the majority of those years that you're playing. So we're not talking about that you're playing 50 games a season. No, you got to be logging 75, 77. You got to be able to play the bulk of your games every season.
It means no load management.
No load management, none of that stuff. And you got to make sure you bring it every year. Which one to you is more impossible? Scoring record or the minutes record?
Sheesh. I would say, damn. Both, really.
That's the answer. There is no one over the other because obviously the scoring record is going to have more hollowed appreciation because of its scoring. Nobody really thinks about minutes. Like, obviously minutes is a stat, but nobody really cares about it long term, right? Like, we've seen guys like Cal Ripken have the Iron Man Award of games played streaks and shit like that, right? Matters, but it mattered back then. I don't think it matters anymore because of modern medicine and all this load management shit. Like, everything is different. Oh, you don't need to play 40 minutes a game. You can play 32 because that's the optimal amount of time that you. All this nonsense, all of this analytic bullshit that they do now, right? The fact that this man is going to have these records that will stand the test of time, and people still find ways to throw shade. It's like, at this point, you need to really look yourself in the mirror and say, do I truly hate myself this much to have to sit here and lie about how great this man is? My man, and shouts to my man, me and him have back and forth conversations all the time on IG. He's funny as hell. I want to read something to you because after he said this, I said, this is lengths that I've never seen anybody go to. But yo, I was speechless after this. He's a lawyer. He missed his calling. I'm going to go ahead and just, because it made me laugh. So we were talking about Lebron because he's a big Kobe fan. And let's see. Oh, man. So here's the conversation. Here's where the conversation started. So he said that Kareem never played on a separate team other than the Lakers. I said that's wrong. That Kareem played for the Milwaukee Bucks. Won a championship with Oscar Robertson, then got traded to the Lakers. He demanded to go to the Lakers. He wanted out. I said, so don't put Kareem in that situation of, oh, you only play with one team. No. It's not right. Right? So he's like, hey, well, I don't respect guy. He hopped around the league. Right? So then he said, Ori won chips with how many teams? I said, Ori and LeBron James are not the same thing. Don't do that. Right?
Don't do that.
So I said, remember what I said. Finals MVP with 3 different teams. There have been many people to win in different places, but never be the guy at every stop to win in different phases of your career and win finals MVP. Nobody's ever done that. Nobody ever will do that again. So that's another one, right? I said never will happen again. This is the line that this is why I know that when people truly hate LeBron, they feel this. Because it doesn't matter what it is, they will never give this man credit. He goes and says, MJ had 6 finals MVPs with 6 different teams.
Yo, I'm done. Did he really say that?
Yo.
Stop.
When he said that, I had nothing. I said, yo, I ain't gonna lie to you. That was the greatest line I ever heard anybody say to me as a rebuttal. That was good. I said, I'm out of here. You need to become a lawyer.
Yo,
that was crazy.
People just want Jordan to be that guy.
Yes.
That's all they want. They don't want anyone to be better than Jordan.
Nope. Can't happen. So I found that extremely funny because it's like, yo, the lengths that people will go to just to discredit this man is amazing. It is truly amazing.
It's so crazy that no one ever speaks about all the years that Jordan stunk it up.
Yeah. I mean, technically, we're talking about playoff performances.
Right,
Man's great, yes. But
Yeah,
it took him a very long time to win championships, but nobody remembers those. They only remember the 6 years of dominance, winning titles. So after the break, we're going to talk some Bronny news. We'll talk about that. But there's also some Chris Paul shit I got to talk about after the break.
He has changed the game, whether you like it or not. He's changed it. He's impacted the game in some fashion or form.
I'm gonna find a bar mitzvah for you to go to, and you gonna turn that motherfucker out.
Yeah, all the gals watching.
Crack him
if you got him. All the gals watching. Minus 6.
And I would like to formally welcome you to
Welcome.
And welcome.
And welcome
The Grid.
To the Grid.
To the Grid.
To the Grid.
Welcome to the Grid.
And welcome to the Grid.
Welcome
to the Grid.
Welcome back, y'all. Bronny's back. Shouts to LeBron James Jr. for recovering. He's going to debut with the Trojans very soon. I'm happy. I'm happy that this kid is going to be able to have a career. You know, we don't know what he's going to be. We don't know, how he's going to turn out, if he's going to be the next superstar. But I'm just happy that he's playing. And obviously his parents are very happy. LeBron James is happy. But he says some interesting things that I would love to ask. In regards to just being a parent, right? Seeing your kid go through a traumatic experience is one thing. Seeing them come back from that traumatic experience and rise above it is another. But LeBron James said that his son's debut game is more important than any NBA game that he'll ever play. And if they're playing on the same night, which I think they are, he's not playing. So it's a healthy scratch. What do you think about that? What are your thoughts?
I believe that's great. Like, would you want to see your son?
100%.
Like, I think any father who's in their child's life and has any type of what's the word I'm looking for?
Impact?
Yeah.
Relationship
with their child would want to see something like this.
Yeah.
This is like, even let's say your kids are playing pee-wee football or anything. This is their first game. You want to see your kid play their games. Like, I would want to see it.
Yeah. I mean, we know that somebody's going to have something to say.
They're going to have something to say no matter what.
But it's like at some point, sometimes you just got to turn it off. Like, sometimes being a decent person without this vitriol of jealousy or hatred, just put it to the side for a day.
Bruh.
Leave it alone.
We take days off of work to go see our kids' plays at
Right.
school. Like simple things. You just got to, if you're in your child's life and you care about your children, these are the moments that you take off of work to go, dedicate that time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Simple.
It's just hating, man. I just don't get the amount of hatred that he gets.
How could someone be upset about that?
I mean, listen, they were upset. Remember when he was at the games early on, when he was going to the tournament games in the summer.
He's a father. It's his child.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what the guy does, man. It's just tough. But I'm ready to see Braun play. I am ready to see Bronny play because Trojans my team. Outside of Duke, I like the Trojans. So
The only thing that
bet some money.
The only thing that worries me is we didn't expect what happened to happen.
Correct.
Granted, they cleared him to play. Everything's good now.
Yes.
Like, I don't want to put the whammy on him. Pause. But like, who's to say what the future holds?
I don't think any of us can. I think it's just more of a wait and see type of thing. Wait to see how. I think he might be getting a lot more TLC and a lot more attention after every game, or maybe even during the game, to see how he's feeling, right? But it was a hereditary thing, a default that they found, a defect, and they fixed it.
Oh, okay.
So, there was a defect there, then, they fixed the glitch.
Right.
Fixed the glitch, and now he should be fine.
Yeah,
so
kudos to him, man. I hope everything works.
Yeah, man. I'm super happy for the kid, man. There's no negative things that I want to say about this, because there's nothing that you can say. It's a father that's being supportive of his kid, seeing him come back from a traumatic experience, being there, making sure that everything goes well, because you want to be there. At the back of your mind as a father, you're still like, you're in protection mode, right? So he wasn't there in practice, obviously, when he had the episode. It's like you want to be there. Right. You want to be as close as to him as possible, just in case, God forbid, something happens again. At least you're there, without playing a basketball game somewhere in fucking Timbuktu, right? That's a meaningless regular season game. That will stick with you more than anything else. If you're somewhere, again, it happens, and you're not there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think as a parent, it's more profound that I just need to be there. I need to see it through.
Bro, this comes down to being a proud dad moment.
Facts. All respect to all the dads out there. Moving on. So we get it out to the lighter, emotional, supportive segment too. Would you call me an old witch, Nicole? Would you call me somebody who speaks things into existence? I think I am. Because I told everybody, I don't care who's on the team. I don't care what success you had before this. I don't care what goes on. When Black Cat Paul enters your building, everything changes. And lo and behold, we're starting to see some cracks in the Golden State armor. Oh! So I had a conversation with my young friend, my young brother, Bryson Carver. Shouts to Bryson Carver, host of Carving It Up with Bryson Carver. It's a very good show on YouTube. Check that out. Bryson Carver he's a Golden State Warriors fan. He's a fanatic. He's a real nut when it comes to his Warriors. And he was one of those guys that was doing backflips when Chris Paul got here. Chris Paul, championship loading.
Come on.
Right? And I said to him, just wait. Just wait. Well, wait for what? Just wait. Well, fast forward. Golden State Warriors are 9-10. Klay Thompson all of a sudden forgot how to play basketball, and his confidence is in the toilet, right? Draymond Green apparently is worried about the media too much to focus on basketball. You got Steve Kerr that's not playing the young guys enough. So there's big issues in Golden State. And for me, I'm just like, okay, I'm hearing all of these things. But why wasn't that a thing last year with Klay Thompson? Wasn't a thing last year with Draymond Green? What is the thing last year with Steve Kerr when it happens to be playing the young guys on the roster? Played them? So what's the difference? What's the difference between this year and last year? Huh?
Can I take a guess?
What?
Black Cat Chris Paul.
There you go. That's the reason. And lo and behold, like clockwork, as the sky's blue, Chris Paul got nerve issues in the leg now. Can't play day to day. Oh, yeah.
He's like the Obia man.
Now you got Golden State Warriors fans talking about, oh, well, we didn't need him for the regular season. Yeah.
They didn't need him, period.
That's what I'm saying. Why is this a shock to anyone? I told them, but they wouldn't listen. It's like that movie Independence Day, Russell Case. I am Russell Case, okay? The aliens are here. Just listen. They've taken me, okay? Of years of telling you guys that y'all need to be careful because they're coming. Russell, he's an idiot. Go ahead. Go somewhere. That's what I feel like. I've been telling Warriors fans, I said, just wait. And look at them. Disheveled. They're in the same boat as the Clippers. It's not going to end well.
It's like taking somebody that could walk perfectly fine and putting them on crutches.
Yes. It's not going to end well. Chris Paul, listen, he's a Hall of Fame point guard. Respect to him. But there's certain people that you need to keep away from your building because bad things will happen. It's true. You got that friend that, like, every time you call them, yo, man, what's going on? Everything good? Yeah, man, you know, just a lot of bad things going on, man. Like, you know, I just don't have any luck. You hang up the phone, you're just like, yo, bro, I just need to stay away from this dude because it's like some bad juju coming from him. Like, it ain't him necessarily. It's just like there's this dark cloud that just follows him no matter where he goes. That's Chris Paul. So all I'm saying, Warriors fans, don't be surprised by this. Don't be shocked. Don't be angry. Don't be upset. Just accept it because you guys were so gung-ho and happy about him getting here, not realizing what actually comes with Chris Paul. Destruction in the wake. Destruction in the wake is what happens. Okay? We all seen what happened last year when KD joined the Suns, right? Tripped on air. Never seen it. Never happened before or after that, right? He's been good. Never tripped on air after that. Chris Paul. So, I don't know how long he's going to be out for, but I can guarantee this. Chris Paul's going to be out. If he's out for a week, Warriors are going 5-1. Warriors going to go 5-1 in that week. You watch. And Steve Kerr going to say, all right, we got some empirical data here that says it's going to happen. So, moving on. Real quick, before I really go off. Mikey Williams. Think he snitched?
Had to. He had to. Listen, like, I actually was talking to Lynx about this.
Shouts to Lynx.
And he was saying, well, you know, every state has their own laws and this and that. But we're talking about California. California is pretty much
just as bad as New York.
Right. And the evidence says that he was shooting at a vehicle that was leaving the scene. They pose you no harm. There's no threat. They're leaving. So how do you go from getting charged with, you know, attempted murder,
right,
however many counts,
to a misdemeanor?
Either he snitched on somebody or they paid. He took all his NIL money and just, hey, here, we got to change this.
Yeah, man. I don't like to go down that route and say those things, but bruh,
come on.
Like, I mean, you're a great basketball player, but that don't give you carte blanche, bro. I need to see the paperwork.
I'm gonna be honest with you though, man. I will say this.
Fang, I need to see the paperwork, son.
I will say this. Like, it's like a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
I'm kind of happy he's not, because I would like to see how far he makes it and where he goes with his career, because the man's got talent.
He's very talented.
Extremely. So I kind of want to see him ball, but
we got to see the paperwork.
Yeah.
We got to see the paperwork, son. We got to see the paperwork.
Yeah.
Because it It don't feel right to
the
me.
math ain't mathing.
The math ain't mathing. It ain't. He is young. He probably got scared.
Bruh.
Took the high road.
Bruh.
The math ain't mathing. Okay. I've had it. I have had it with these Mets. Every time I get excited. See, we signed Luis Severino for 1 year, $13 million. I'm happy. It's a good deal. We signed Joey Wendell. Can't hit to save his life, but great defensive player, right? We signed a bullpen arm from the Diamondbacks, runners up to the World Series. Great. But there's a rumor that says that the Mets are out of the Shohei Ohtani sweepstakes. Oh, it's just typical. Best player of our generation. Mets don't want no parts of him, right? Why? Because he's making $60 million. You can't afford it? Or are you too much of a bullshit franchise that you can't just pony up the money and give him what he wants? See, I come from an era of the Wilpons that they never spent money. And if they did spend money, they always spent money on the wrong fucking players. Just because you can spend money and say, hey, our payroll's $150 million. Look, we're top 5. That doesn't mean that you're spending on good shit. Spend it on garbage. So I hope that David Stearns is not putting together this garbage bucket of players for this season. Go get Shohei Ohtani. You know what he can do? Man can pitch and hit. Back-to-back MVPs. Why would you pass on that? At least pick up the phone and say, hey, listen, is he interested to come here? We got $600 million for him.
Right.
Let him say no. But for you to say and put out this report, Mets are out of the sweeps. Every Met fan right now is just like, why continue to root for this team when we never get the fancy toy that we want?
Unless they got like an inside scoop on something that we just don't know about.
Right. If that's the case, then cool. Whatever. Right? If he doesn't want to come here, then that's fine.
Right.
But if he does, and you made the decision that you're not bringing him in, how can I support you? Now I'm hearing, they're going in for Yamamoto. Well, you better. I don't care what costs. They said it's going to be somewhere between $300 and $320 million. Sign it. Don't care.
They spent money on worse.
Right. And I hate these damn fans too. Oh, well, there's too much money. See your money? What do you care about how much money it is?
Right.
Ain't no damn salary cap in baseball. Spend it. I want Cohen to spend $1 billion every offseason. Get everyone. Until we can't get anybody else. Do it until you win. I don't give a shit. But another fan comes up to me and says, that's too much money for that. What do you care? You giving Steve your money too. Every time you go to the ballpark. What do you care?
Right.
So he's using your money to go buy these players.
I don't think people understand that money buys championships.
Right.
People must not understand that.
Just because it didn't work last season don't mean it won't work. Go get Soto. Go get Shohei. Go get Hey. Go get Tay. Go get anybody. Everybody. Don't be telling me that you're not going to get this guy. Get them all. And if I see the Yankees get Soto, because I'm rumored they're going to get Soto, right? If I see them get Soto and then they go ahead and go get Yamamoto, what are we doing? We're just here holding dicks. What are we doing? No. I'm mad.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
We got to do something. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of this high-low feeling. You're down here because they suck, right? All these years, can't beat the Braves. They suck. And you go up here because you sign all these players and you have this hope. And they just bring you right back down again. I'm sick of it.
Why do I feel like next season I'm going to get an apology out of you?
Out of who?
You for the Mets.
What apology?
I said, you guys suck. You can't get this. And you went and got everybody that wanted you to get. Like, I feel like it's going to be an apology coming Next
Well,
season.
you think something's gonna happen?
I think it's gonna be like the whole Dak Prescott thing.
Well, maybe this rant will get them to do what they gotta do. Maybe it's like the reverse jinx. Maybe that's what I am. I go on these rants and then things change.
Well, not always.
Not always. Yeah. But sometimes it does. Where we at? Oh, dummy of the week.
Dummy, yeah.
Every week I go around the room and I ask who is the dummy of the week? Jimmy, the superintendent, do you have one?
I don't think so.
You don't have one. That's okay. That is okay, sir.
People have been smart around me this week.
Yeah? They've dodged bullets?
Yeah. Lucky.
Super intern. Oh, excuse me, super intern. I'm Nicole, the silent assassin. Who you got?
I'm gonna go with people who just don't move out of your way, even if you say excuse me and they just look you dead in the eye and just don't move.
Yes, I've go ahead. I need you to explain further because I have a story of my own.
Yeah, I was at a few events this past week, and
Yes.
then I'm filming, I'm rushing around trying to get in the spots to get photos and video. I'm like, excuse me, just look me dead in the eye, just don't move. So then I'm gonna make my way through.
Oh,
and bump into you.
so you gangster pushed through them.
Yeah, I don't got time when I'm filming. I gotta get my shot. I'm not I
So
can't waste no
did they
time.
give you some flack?
They just give you like the dirty look, but I'm like, I said excuse me, how many times do you need to move? I gotta get through.
I respect that. I respect that.
That inspired me. I got a dummy.
Oh, now you have one.
Yeah, when you hold the door for someone and they don't say thank you. Anybody who does that gets me so tight.
Bro, that literally happened to me at Shake Shack.
Just now?
I swear. I was
Explain.
walking out the door and two females were coming in. And it's raining outside, so I hold the door and they're just walking in, ha talking. I said, "You're welcome." Oh, sorry, thank you.
People are rude, man. People are rude. I say it all the time, right? That nobody ever remembers the nicest thing you've ever done for them, but they remember the worst thing you've ever done to them. It's just the way our brains are wired, But for you, sometimes you do have this very quiet disposition, like, excuse me.
Well, I mean, if there's eye contact and there's like the spaces that's big.
Yeah.
Also, you're like, okay, I understand.
Right.
You
You're understanding that, yes, I'm trying to get through.
Yeah. And I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna make my way in now. I can't.
Well, maybe you need to change it. Maybe you need to be like, yo, excuse me, fam. Like, like they hear you like, oh my goodness, she means business. Move out of her way. Can you move, please? I had a situation in my complex a couple of days back. This guy was parked. So if you're in a complex, people are very territorial and tribal about their parking spots. Yes. So he's parked in front of my parking spot. So like he's there and my parking spot is here and he's parked in front of it. So I pull behind him, beep the horn, and I point. It's my spot. He moves his car like that. Instead of backing all the way up to be able to give me a chance to get in properly, he gives me that much space to get into my parking spot. So I have this thing where I try to be nice all day because I know that at some point something is going to trigger my rage and I'm going to have to tap into that anger and use it for good, right? So I don't like to waste the anger. I like to save it for a particular time. Well, had time that day. So start to pull into my parking spot. And I made sure that I kept turning into the front of his car to make him back up. What did he do? He backed up. So I got out of the car and I looked at him. I said, if I ever see you here again, parked in front of my spot, I'm not going to be so nice. I said, you see all that shit that you have in the back of your car? I'm going to make sure that it's outside of your car. the next time you do that. We clear? Cool.
What do you have in the back of the car?
Junk.
Oh.
It's like he lives out of the car. I don't give a shit if you live out of your car. Move it. Move your bed. Move your bed out of my spot. People are just rude. They're just rude. Silence. That's all it is. Like, people are just rude. Fang. They're just rude.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what it is. You can be nice to them. You can try to go about it the right way, the civil way, and people are always going to choose violence, bro. Always.
Idiot brain.
Yeah. Because if you didn't say anything to those two young ladies, they wouldn't have said nothing to you.
Right.
They went to go get their stupid Shake Shack burgers and hated themselves after because they gained 2 pounds. You know?
Yeah.
So they all get
Dummy, yeah.
Who was my dummy? Nicole says,
well, I don't get it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Come on, you just gonna skip me, bro?
I thought you said that was. I thought you were agreeing. I thought you were sharing
I
the
was
dummies.
agreeing with
Okay, go ahead.
Jimbo Slice.
Go ahead.
My dummy is George Santos.
George Santos wasn't a dummy last week.
Yeah, two weeks ago.
Yes, go ahead. Why is he a dummy?
Well, today he was expelled from Congress.
Finally,
due to the majority vote. But before this happened, he held his own little press conference saying that it was a witch hunt. They're bullying him. They're just doing this because they want him to resign. Like, dude, you should want to resign. Like, you lied about everything.
Man stole money. The man had several OnlyFans. Like, what?
Crazy.
What are you doing?
Crazy.
Yeah.
But he's being bullied.
That's the new thing now. Like, don't matter if I'm guilty or not. I'm gonna always find a line and say, "Well, you weren't nice to me. You lied,
right?
And you're a crook, and you spent thousands of dollars on on OnlyFans.
Right?
Criminal.
Yeah.
Dummy, yeah.
What's the next one?
I don't think I have a next one.
George Santos is a pretty good one.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, you shared it with the gang, so I like that. I have my dummy. It's a good one. Pretty good. Decent. May I have the drum roll, please? And the winner for Dummy of the Week, Jets fans. Jets fans are my
dummy. Yeah.
Because here's the thing. There's no Jets watch this week, but I don't care. This is the problem. We talked about this a little bit, when we were talking about Aaron Rodgers. It's just like there's these Jet fans that just believe that this guy is supposed to come back and do what? First off, as a Jets fan, why should you have hope anyway? They've never been good. There's a reason why I left the Jets. I saw Geno Smith last night playing against the Cowboys, and I'm like, this is not the same man that was drafted by those New York Jets. This is a man that's evolved, has a family, mature, looks like a quarterback. When they drafted this idiot out of college, he had no shot of playing. That's what happens to the Jets. They draft people that are just not ready to be football players. What's wrong with them? It's a curse. We're about to probably see the Lions in the Super Bowl before we ever see the Jets. We saw the Bengals in the Super Bowl a couple of years back. Jets ain't been nowhere since 2012. And these Jets fans come out of the woodwork every season. And they talk about this hope, this prayer of success. Why? There's some Jet fans that are like 70 years old. They've only seen like 5 or 6 good years out of the team. Rubbish. Do what I did. Okay? Find comfort somewhere else. Go somewhere else. It's fine. Here's the thing. I understand that people have this blind loyalty to their teams sometimes. Or loyal to the soil. Look how many players have left teams and say that they're loyal to the soil. What's his name? Damian Lillard. Love the Trailblazers. He gone. LeBron James never wanted to leave Cleveland. He left. Left twice. Come on now. Kobe Bryant never wanted to leave LA. He threatened to leave. Players leave. So that means that fans can too. And you're not bound to this. You're not getting paid by this team. So why shouldn't you kind of test the waters in regards to where you want to be? Hey, I want to see how this plays out this year. If the Jets don't play that well, maybe I'll start to tease other teams and see who I like. There's nothing wrong with that. Nobody's going to judge you if you want to change another team. That's what I think everybody should do. Hell, Silent Assassin likes the Giants. They stink. Go ahead and root for somebody else. The other Chiefs, people like him. People like Patrick Mahomes. They like Joe Burrow. Go root for that guy. There's nothing wrong with it.
Right.
I want to create a trend. Okay? I want to create a trend that is okay in 2024 to switch teams, just like how these kids go into the transfer portal in college and they switch teams every year. And let's all start to participate in the transfer portal for fans. That's what I'm going to create. Transfer portal for fans. That's good. Hey, Jets stink this year. I'm going to go root for the Patriots. Patriots stink this year. I'm going to root for the Dolphins. Just go buy teams in your own division. There's nothing wrong with that. Stop this blind loyalty because all it's going to do is bring pain to your life. That's it. Look at Clippers fans. Look how depressed they are. If you see a Clippers fan, there's always this glimmer of pain in their eyes, right? Things don't work out in their life. Like there's some hobbit somewhere. They live in their mom's basement. Something is wrong with them. Why they root for this team all the time? Change. Go upstairs. Go into the sunshine and see the Lakers and say, man, that's a well-run organization. I'd like to go there. There's nothing wrong with that. We welcome stragglers. There's nothing wrong with that. We welcome refugees from other teams. Come over. Same thing with Met fans. If you don't like what the hell is going on and you are a Juan Soto fan, right? You love Juan Soto. You've been following him since the Nationals. Man, one day I hope he's a Met. Look how good he is. 24 years old. Has his life ahead of him. Future in baseball is going to be great. He ends up on the Yankees. Go to the Yankees. Enter the transfer portal as a fan and go root for the Yankees for a year. See how it works for you. You can always come back. Nobody's going to judge you. But this blind loyalty, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. And I'm sick of Jets fans because every year they do it to themselves. And it's just like somebody who gives themselves a stranger. You're abusing yourself. Every day you come home to the same videos when you know what's going to end up happening. You're going to, finish and then you're going to feel terrible about yourself, right? You're going to look in the mirror and say, why am I doing this? Why am I putting myself through this pain and this loneliness? That's what it is being a Jets fan, and that's what it is being a fan of a team that has nowhere to go and no future. So all I'm saying is that you're dummies today, but if you enter that fan transfer portal, you can be winners. But you're definitely winners for Dummy of the Week. That's all for the show. Jimmy, the super intern. 2 weeks in a row. I am proud of you for being here. It's always good. The reason why I threaten you so much is because I miss you. I need you here. Your presence is always welcome. So I need you here, man. That's all it is.
Yeah, man.
I'm trying.
We love Jimmy.
We love you, man.
Silent Assassin, she's been on our shit list for a while because since the snap, she has yet to apologize. Yet to apologize for the snap. A lot of things would still be in place here had she not gone on vacation. I don't know where she went. She claimed that she went on a cruise, saw no pictures. All I saw was a picture of a drink and a table. That was it. Could have been anywhere. So, whatever Ouija board she was using, we need to get that back and get back to where we was at. Thanks, thoughts.
All right, I got one for you. Listen, the Knicks are doing okay.
They are. They're playing well.
Let's not get shit twisted. We've seen this pattern.
Yes.
Numerous times.
They get high hopes.
Then the fans start, the Knicks.
That's right.
Shut the fuck up. You still got Julius Randle.
Facts. And that plays into when things break down, fan transfer portal.
Yes.
That's all I'm saying. That's all for the show. I think this was a very good show. It was very not quick, but efficient.
Yes.
Very efficient. Claw will be jealous.
Maybe we gotta replace him.
We are definitely gonna replace him. All I need to find is somebody that has hair like him, slick comments like him,
A Jets apologist.
roots for the Jets like him. That's it. There's a couple of one-liners in the show. There's not much. Still no talent.
Drop a couple of bottle caps.
Right. It's easily replaceable.
Yeah.
Jimmy's done a good job today. Maybe we'll, yeah. Until next week, stay safe, stay cool. Peace.
My son is the champ, so get over it.